Today on V8 Extra, we're gearing up for more V8 winter fun. The Supergen Townsville 400 is the next stop for the V8 Championship Tour, and we'll preview races 14 and 15 with superstars James Courtney and Russell Ingall. Mark Scape and Mark Larkham are co-driving at the host desk once again, and Aaron Noonan drops by to test our knowledge. Plus, we'll have all the latest Big Pond news. That's today here on V8 Extra.
Hi everybody, and welcome once again to another great episode of V8 Extra. Great to have your company today. Next weekend we go V8 Supercar racing once again. We're up in Townsville for the Supergen Townsville 400, races 14 and 15 of the championship. And once again today we've got a live studio audience. Great to have your company today, folks. Heaps of V8 Supercar passion in the room, and we feed on it, and we've got a whole lot of expertise to deal with the topic of next weekend's race. Please welcome Mark Larkham and Mark Scape. Well, boys, just like it was last week, I asked you all about Darwin. I want your summary thoughts about Townsville, which is a great event.
Well, it is, mate. And for me, you know, it's not even so much about the racing. I mean, they've been hammered up there with cyclones, floods. You know, now the cattle cockers, you've got the live export deal to issue it. Did I get that in?
Yes.
No, I just think it's great because we capture a big part of the market up there, and to take V8s up there and make them happy for a weekend, A1.
Well, Northern Queensland's been starved of great sport for a long time, hasn't it? So for people to actually have this race up there is fantastic. I reckon as a place to watch, it's probably the best general admission area anywhere in the country. That section turn 6, 7 around the back, on the hill you can see 2/3 of the racetrack, and it's a weird racetrack because it's a bit of a hybrid track plus a street circuit, so it's actually quite an interesting layout.
Well, as we get our heads around the big gig next weekend, let's have a look at the championship point scenario, because after Darwin, things really tightened it up. It's 156 points between Jamie Whincup and Craig Lowndes, the two-team Vodafone cars, pretty tightly spaced there. And then Shane Van Gisbergen, Rick Kelly, Stevie Johnson, Will Davison, Garth Tander dropped down after the Darwin round, then Alex Davison, Frosty and Jason Bright. Time now, though, to welcome our special guests for the program today, a couple of legends of this sport. Please welcome Russell Ingall and James Courtney.
Lift the U-turn.
Nice to have you in today, guys. So, James, tell us about the Darwin nightmare.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it was, really. It's you know, we struggled for speed on the hard tyre all weekend. Never really nailed it. When we put the soft tyre on, the car come alive and was really, really fast, but had a rear suspension failure, so it was short-lived. So yeah, it's something that I'd like to forget and move on to Townsville, that's for sure.
So, mate, it was a tough weekend, but in terms of championship defence, the whole thing now is to get back on and obviously make a stronger sort of second half of the series.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, if we just concentrate, go out there and get race wins, there's still half the championship to go. There's still a lot of racing to go. There's a long way to fight back, but you know, we've got a good, strong team behind me. We've got a lot of development parts coming on, so you know, the speed's only going to get better. It definitely can't get any worse, that's for sure.
Hey, Russell, don't you love it when the young, good-looking bloke, you know, is going up to
Easy.
not so well, mate, and the old, not-so-good-looking bloke. Hang on. Myself, I had an ordinary weekend, but you, P5, great weekend for you. Best of the year?
Yeah, thanks for those compliments, Larko. Yeah, that was excellent. Yeah, look, it's... you know you're having a bad year. You know you're having a bad year when you roll in, right? Yeah. And I was high-fiving all the mechanics and shit for 5th place.
High-4ing them?
Oh, high-4ing them. Yeah, high-4 and a half, mate.
Slagging continues, Russ.
Jesus, you're right. I'm a guest. Trying to guess nice. All right?
That's very good. You said after Darwin that you felt that Paul Morris Motorsport had turned something of a corner.
Yeah, like it's a good old driver. We've turned the corner and we're going to whip him from here. But look, I think we have. You know, like we're. I'm doing it my way. I think they made a song about that, actually. I'm doing it my way.
Oh, no.
Can we just cut that bit out?
Yeah. The Supercar's answer to Frank Sinatra and Russell Ingall.
No, I am. We're doing it my way, so I'm gonna. If it works, I'll be a hero. If it doesn't, well,
Well, it worked all right in race number 13. Yeah. What we are doing today, folks, is we are having a look at Townsville in preview for next weekend. It's a big gig. We're going to go to the break and have a look at a very special moment now for Lee Holdsworth back in 2009, his first career pole.
Nice exit.
his second gear.
And he's missed by 700ths.
Great job.
And look at this. Great reaction.
Great reaction. This is a great reaction. And that's Jack Perkins.
Tim Slade involved there too.
Jack Perkins, he was going to spin it the wrong way. Vision of...
It's Whincup.
Oh, it's Whincup that's given him a server.
That was one of the really hotly debated issues when we first turned up in Townsville, because we all thought, and Jamie did too, that he was going to get a penalty for that, but it didn't happen. Welcome back to V8 Extra, and our special guests today are Russell, Ingall, James, Courtney, and we've also got the Marx brothers on my right once again. We're previewing Townsville, and boys, this is a huge event.
Absolutely, love Townsville. Great atmosphere. Don't they organise it well? Like, it's such a well-run event, and like Mark said earlier, it's great that as a spectator you get to view the whole circuit, which is very unusual for a street circuit. Usually you see half of one corner and that's about it, but you can see 2, 3, if not 4 corners. So we really like going there. Challenging track for a driver as well. Like, you have to throw the brass knuckles on and hold the throttle flat if you're going to get half a result. So
What does that mean? Can you decode that for us?
No, it's where I keep mine.
Hey, I mean, you must enjoy it, because last year, the Saturday race, you went from 27th to 6th. It was a great drive.
Excellent, yeah.
And when it's like that, when you've got good form, oh, it was excellent. Yeah, he's turning. Can you imagine that?
I actually remember the commentary too, and you really pumped up my tyres. I was very happy about that. I was very happy.
I had something good to say.
Actually, it was myself and Jason Richards. We had a fantastic race coming from the back of the field. Then I had a good dice with Jason, and yeah, look, it was probably one of the most memorable races I think I've had. And sometimes, look, that's a good thing about it. Sometimes you don't have to win a race to mark it down as one of your best drives. You know, sometimes it's just like you've had a good run, and that was it. So fond memory of Townsville.
James, you've obviously got fond memories up there as well. You had a breakthrough win in 09 up there. I mean, you're clearly in a bit of a hole at the moment. You need something to... No, seriously, to inspire...
All with the intros today, Lark.
To inspire the troops, to inspire yourself, this might be something you can grab a hold of, because, you know, it's not great.
No, for sure. We've had good runs every time we've been to Townsville. We won the first year, we were second last year. You know, it's a sort of circuit I really enjoy. Mark talked a little bit about it being a hybrid sort of circuit with you know, a normal road course to a street circuit. So it's got the best of both worlds. And Russ said about how good it is when you get there. That, you know, when we roll in there on the Wednesday, the crowd's already there. There's the team, the town's pumping, and it makes us all lift our game a little.
It's great.
No cattle around, which is great.
It's got a good vibe, hasn't it?
It's a cracking little town, and they close some of the streets and have, you know, the restaurants all on, and it's just a really good atmosphere. So it promotes, you know, for us to lift our game, I think.
And it's not too late to dive up there. I mean, if people wanted to go up there for the gig next weekend, it's a great one. If you've got the opportunity to go there, I'd thoroughly recommend it. In fact, to the way in which it finished at the end of it all, and it's something that the community gets benefit out of in the period where the non-motor racing is occurring, which is one of the great keys to the whole investment, I reckon. It's really fantastic.
Sure.
So looking forward to getting up there, and it's a track that produces quite decent racing.
Yeah, no, it's always, because I think it is that street circuit sort of thing. So there is a little bit of damage with wall contacts, and cars are changing as the race goes on, and there's some really good key passing opportunities there as well. And the track last year ripped up a little bit, which made it pretty challenging.
Made it good?
It did. I liked it. You know, some of the guys who hit the wall didn't like it, but I enjoyed it because I stayed off it, which was rare. But no, it's been good.
All right, coming up, we're going to have a look at James Courtney's very first win for Jim Beam Racing as we go to the break. And we've also got more top threes this weekend. Aaron Noonan and Mark Larkham have been hard at work in the 7 archive. And today, we've got the top 3 barbecues. Stay with us on V8 Extra.
The crowd is starting to lift. Jim Beam Racing had a win last year, but today James Courtney will break through and win race 12 of the championship in Townsville.
You've been given a drive of Russell's car to check out this circuit and the changes of the circuit as well, Mark. I remember back at Eastern Creek when you were on the side of the circuit, you know, having a bit of a circuit breaker moment. That's what the view looked like. But look at him. He's done it to perfection.
Welcome back to V8 Extra. Last year at Townsville happened was that Rusty's thrown in the keys to the car and they've done the reenactment. Outstanding.
How was it? I'm going to run him over in pit lane at 40k. He tried to run me over at 140k.
But you even swerved out of the way. He drove at you. I want to make sure I didn't miss.
Therefore, Larko and I vote there should go to a tiebreaker. Do it again, Joe.
Right now. Hey, got to ask you, as you went to the break yourself in the Falcon, that Falcon was fast last year, mate, when you won up there. And I started thinking, actually, the Falcon was fast for you as well. Now you're banging around in a Holden. Things aren't going so well. You must cop. You must...
Bit of controversy.
A few blue shirts in the crowd.
Someone's getting paid by the blue side.
A few blue shirts in the crowd. No, but you must be, seriously, mate, you must be copping a fair bit of stick out there at the moment, are you?
No, not at all. All the Holden supporters are right behind us. You know, it's here we go. No, it's changing times. It's things got to go through a little bit of building phase. Russ, you're just telling him how good he went. Holden's leading the championship.
Is it a question for you guys? Is it a question for you guys? After that test at Winton, you told me that you thought you'd made some progress with the front end of now trying to figure out how to get the back end of the car to properly respond.
Yeah, no, for sure. You know, we developed the front, and it's now turning really, really well on the front, but it's the rear isn't really doing its thing. So it's I think before we struggled at both ends of the car. We've got the front sorted. The front sorted now, but
My rear's not doing what it's supposed to be lately either.
But that's a whole different problem. That's right. That's called being 60 years old, Rusty. But that's, Now, earlier on, I teased the fact that the boys have been trawling around in the 7 archive, finding all sorts of stuff. We had a look at some fun moments last week. So now let's have a look at this story here. We have assembled the V8 Extra Top 3 barbecues.
The bumpy blacktop surface had caught out a few drivers this weekend, but none more savagely than Sydney privateer Terry Finnegan, who escaped this Commodore Inferno with only a headache.
Whoa, that's Alan Jones. Alan Jones, the car's on fire, stopped in the middle of the circuit. Goodness me, Alan Jones, well, the race leader.
That one is going to be in bad shape.
Now they're going to have to get a hell of a lot more extinguishers down there to get that one under
that
control.
fellow isn't going around the other side, and I don't blame him. He doesn't want to get onto the track. Looks like they've got it out.
Caesar's still in the car, and he's got a small fire starting. It may only be a grass fire underneath his car, but he's still in the car.
Is the Ford car is out. Murray Carter is also involved in that accident.
They've not been able to get this fire under control.
Go across to another one of the vehicles against the wall there.
It's a major, there's no question of that.
How's that? Did you see Andrew Madiki's Sierra at the end of all that, boys? And Andrew runs in the Touring Car Masters these days, and James made the remark when that was playing, safety's come a fairly long way, hasn't it?
Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen it. You don't remember just the severity of that fire.
That's how mateys are like running around and the car's is just still on the gas, going straight through.
It's falling in Days of Thunder through the smoke.
Yeah, people running around, you know, cars everywhere. It sort of puts into perspective the Carl Reindler thing. And, you know, for those that have criticised safety in the industry, yes, there's always something you might want to do better.
The safety car.
Yeah, we've come a long, long way.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Now, there's been an awful lot of big news floating in and around the V8 supercar business in the past 7 days. To bring us right up to speed, Matty, tell us all about it. It's a big one.
Sure is, Crompo, and this one is bigger than Texas. A 5-year deal has been announced this week, which will see the V8's race at the new Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas from 2013. 5.5 kilometre circuit, it's under construction and it should be completed by June next year. Big news too for Garth Tander. He's re-signed with Toll HRT for another 3 years and is a new dad after wife Leanne gave birth to daughter Scarlett last Friday. And more drivers have been announced for the Armour All Gold Coast 600. Last weekend's Nürburgring 24-hour winner Mark Lieb will join Alex Davison, Ryan Briscoe's back at HRT and Will Power back at FPR. That's Big Pond Sport News Extra. After the break, it's trivia time.
Russell Ingall makes the move.
Look, Russell's just threading his way through.
Russell Ingall at 14.
Russell is 9th.
We saw a bit of the old dog back today.
There's a yellow up here. Oh, no, how close. Garth Tander reverses.
Left-hander in. No, straight in the fence.
Welcome back, gang, to V8 Extra. Time now for a little bit of fun. You know what they say about this business, never go on holidays, never vacate the seat, but I've done that because it's time for a bit of fun. We've got a quiz sorted out here and we've got our number nerd in the saddle, Aaron Noonan, and it's the makeup wearers versus the race drivers. Aaron.
Well, we've got something new, we've got something old, and we've got something in between. Now, we've got some buzzers here, boys. I need you to test your...
old?
New? Which one?
New in between. Hang out, my buzzer. Now, I don't know why we've got
it. That's for Larko, that one.
Larko cow.
Moo, what have you got over here, quick?
For Russell.
I don't want to know why we've got that one, but we'll go with it anyway. Question one is a visual question, James. That means that there's a photo. Have a look at this.
Where do I look now?
I want to know, have a look down here. Who crashed this car?
Craig Lowndes.
Press your buzzer. The buzzer was pressed here on this side. That's the official description. Please tell me.
Craig?
Where at?
Calder.
No.
Oh, Russell,
I'll throw it over this side. Give me something. There's 20 points on the line.
I know
You
what it
write
is.
it down.
Can I go again?
Hurry up.
Lakeside.
Phillip Island.
Phillip Island, correct, James Courtney. I'll give you 20.
I know the tree.
I'll give you 20. I'll pay that.
The Phillip Island tree.
Yeah. Oh, it was the tree.
That might have been Murphy's car, actually. Have you got the right car?
I've got the right car. Oh, don't you worry about that, okay? All right, let's move on to question two. Now, V8 Supercar Hall of Famer Alan Moffat drove this fantastic Coca-Cola Mustang, and it won the Australian Touring Car Championship. But is that statement true or is it false?
Oh. You guys are
Well,
too
it's
slow.
50-50, I guess, isn't it?
We'll run with false.
Correct.
Oh, we're nailing it, Russell.
There we are. Just keep your hand on the
You've got to push the cow really
He
hard.
was on there first then.
Oh, what?
Okay. Let's mix it up. I've got another 20 points here. We're going to go with an audio question here. And Crompton always says that V8 supercars are something like a song. They've got their own rhythm. So what I want you to do is have a little bit of a listen to this. Okay, so I really need to know here. Look. What track and whereabouts on that track?
Well, they got out of the throttle just after they come on to
Discuss. I'll give you 5, 4,
Well, don't worry, 5
3... Oops, Gave's going to give me something.
I'm going to go with Winton, but I've got no idea.
It's only 14 tracks on the championship. It could be. All right, they've got nothing. Let's have a look at the vision and see where it is.
Close.
Looks like Winton.
Yeah, the hump. Because you hear, listen, when you out of throttle over the hump.
Yeah, no, very close. I was really close. I was about
that was cool.
2,000 kilometres away, I was.
I thought it was Calder over the hill.
Yeah.
So that'd be...
How dopey is that?
Yeah, Craig Lowndes at Bathurst from the cutting right through to the corner. All right, now, you've seen that. It's a part of V8 supercar history. That's the lap that was the fastest ever. I want to know what the lap time was.
6:85.
That's why we didn't... Mark, buzzer then, answer.
6:85.
2 minutes, 6.8012. I'm going to give him 10 points for that to get them on the board. That's not too bad. They're only 30 points behind, but we can get through this. All right, we've got a still photo here. This is a bit of a who am I. So have a look at the monitor down here. I want to know, at the time I was a budding young Australian racing driver. I was based in New South Wales. The year's 1986. Anyone feeling it yet? No? Yes, Mark. Who am I?
Peter Williamson and a young bloke from Weil.
Let's have a look at the vision. Oh, look at that fella!
What a good haircut that was!
I'm going to give him 20 for that, but unfortunately I added it all up. And you don't just lose in the photo, you lose in the quiz as well, I'm afraid. Can't have it all, can you?
Points for that haircut.
Right, it's a good haircut.
It's a win for...
afford one, James.
I think that's a win for James and Russell. A bit of fun. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, well done, boys.
Russell didn't do anything.
Good job. Well, that was flawless. That was great television, Neil.
Should we just work out quickly the last part of the equation of what happens next? I'll just chuck in the tiebreaker, even though we don't really need it. Should we have a quick look at this?
Yeah, let's.
Let's have a look at this. Roll this. What happens next?
Then the enforcer. Look at Russell diving so deep under brakes, but not enough as they work through this horseshoe part of the track.
No, because
Lowndes will take it out. The checkered flag at the ready.
I think Larkin is good by the look of it.
Lowndes has got it.
Yeah, so what happens next? You are not allowed to participate in this. Go on, Scapey.
It's a bloke called the Enforcer who turns an innocent bystander around. Have a look at this. This is great. This is great. On the car in front there, actually that happened quite a lot. It deserved it, Russ.
Really seriously.
Only cost him 20 points.
All right.
No, but what happens now is even better.
That's it.
Driving.
We're done and dusted for another week. Thanks, guys, to Larko and Scapey, Aaron and the boys. Townsville's next weekend. And after that, we're coming back with more V8 Extra. Don't forget on 7, the Auto 1 V8 Utes coming up next. Hope you've enjoyed today's program. See you again very soon. Bye for now.